Alright guys, so today what we're going to discuss is the average rate of change, which is also equal to your slope. Okay, put that on your paper. Okay. Alright, put that on your paper. We know the slope is also equal to, the average rate of change. Alright? Okay, so let's keep moving. Oh, that's the exit. It's going slow on me. Alright. So we know the average rate of change, or the slope formula, is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. But one thing you want to know is these are the same exact formulas, okay? So we always know f of x is also equal to y. Okay, put that on your paper so you guys remember that f of x is also equal to y. Okay, give y'all a second. Alright, let's keep moving. That was a second. I meant that literally. Alright? Okay, so Tierra, quit talking. Let's keep moving. Alright, so what we know, guys, is the average rate of change and exponential functions have a variable rate. Okay, key word in that is variable rate. Variable means it's always changing, okay? Meaning values increase or decrease at a different time over a period of time. Alright, different rate, I'm sorry. So, the key word in that one is variable and different. We know in linear functions, the rate of change is always constant. Okay, constant means it's not going to change. So that's the difference between exponential functions and linear functions too. One has a variable rate of change. Linear functions have a constant. Let me put that down for you. So exponential, I'm just going to put expo. And line, meaning for linear. Variable rate. Alright. And constant. Sorry, I'm writing with my hands, so y'all gonna work with me. Alright, just put it on your papers. I know it's ugly, but just work with me. Alright, work with me. Deja, quit talking. Alright, let's keep moving. Alright, so we got that. So let's look at the first example. Alright, what we want to do is we want to talk about the average rate of change for this function. Now, we know this function is an exponential function. So what we want to use is, in order to find the rate of change, we want to use the slope formula that you guys had earlier. Okay? Alright, now we got to figure out the interval. So, to find the average rate of change, alright, for interval -1, 0. Now, what you're going to look at this is, these are considered as x1 and x sub 2. This is not x and y. Okay, the reason why is, you see this right here, these are brackets. Brackets are not talking about a coordinate point. If you was talking about a coordinate point, it would look something like this. Parentheses, okay? Brackets, parentheses, okay? So now you have x1 and x2. So what we got to do is we have to find our y's. Don't have a formula, don't have an equation, so we have to use the graph. So let's go to interval -1. Oh, okay, at -1, we see that the function for that point, the y for that one, is actually, let me get my eraser right here. It's actually -1, 0. Okay? So, just happens with this one, they happen to be the same, okay? But it's not going to be like that every time, so don't think that your agent, Courtney, and Nala. Alright? Help them out, Fabian. I'm just kidding. Alright? So, now we want to go to the x2, which is 0. So at 0, we see that, it's my y-intercept. It's crossing at 0, 2. Okay? So now, one thing I like to do, guys, of course, you know me, I like to label. So I'm going to go ahead and label these x1. We know that's my x1. This is my x2. But this is my y1 and y2. So let's go ahead and plug them into the formula that you have, okay? So y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. Okay, so I know x2 is, let's go ahead and go, y2 is 2, y1 is 0. Okay, x2 is 0 minus, and this is a -1, so I'll put this in parentheses, All right, we know 2 minus 0 gives me 2. 1 plus, because that turns from a positive, that's going to give me 1. And then 2 divided by 1 gives me 2. So the rate of change for the answer is 2. Now, let me show you an easy way. Let's see if anybody can guess it. Okay, give you a second. Okay, you're wrong. All right, just messing. 2 over 1, we know is our slope, right? So let's go over this point right here. Let's rise up 2. So what I'm doing is I'm going 1, 2, okay, and over 1. That gives you what? 2 over 1. So that's my 2 over 1, we know, divided by 2. So that's my average rate of change. You can only do that for a graph, guys, okay? Make it easier for yourselves. All right? So good job. Make sure you get a chance to copy that down. Give you a second. You should be writing as I'm writing. Okay. All right, let's move on. You can pause the video, while we're teaching, okay? Let's move to the next one, okay? So now the second example, for this one, I'm not even going to do this one. We know, okay, again, it's a what? It's a graph, so we're just going to use our brains. Make it easier for ourselves, right? X1, X2. Remember the bracket, so it means it's not a XY, it's X2, Y2. I mean X2, X1, X2, those X values, okay? So let's go to the interval -2 at -2. Now it's in a different place now. It's -2 and -1. So let's plot my point there, okay? Then you go to 1 and 6. And I'm just going to count right now, okay? So let's go ahead and count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going over 1, 2, 3. So our slope in this case is 7 over 3. That is your rate of change. Just that easy, right? Or you can go by and do y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, and find your 2 points, which it would be -2 and -1, and what's that? 1 and 6, and I guarantee you come out with the same answer. Okay? All right, guys, so good job. Let's move on to the next one. Okay? All right, so now we have something a little different. Uh-oh. Don't lose your mind yet, guys. All right, we know this. Input, okay? Right? Output. X values, have to find my Y. We know this is also equal to Y. So let's not let this stuff fool you. We know what we're doing. We're going to input this in. These X's in for my X. Because we know we need 2 points to find the slope. We must always need it, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and plug these in. So I'm going to do f of x, or f of 2 is equal to 3 squared minus what? 2. All right, we know 3 squared gives you 9. 9 minus 2 is equal to 7. All right, so my first point would be 2, 7. All right, now, found my first point. Now we got to find my second point. So let's find that second point. Okay, so now I'm plugging f of 5 equals to 3 to the 5th power minus 2. Okay, now what's 3 to the 5th power going to give you, guys? Let's see. All right, guys, so 3 to the 5th power gives you 243. And we know 243 minus 2 gives you 241, okay? So now I have my 2 points. I have 5, okay, and 241. So now what we're going to do is label them like I always do. So you know to label them. X sub 1, Y sub 1, X sub 2, Y sub 2. Same thing, 241 minus 7 divided by, 5 minus 2. Okay. So 241 minus 7 gives you 234. And 234 divided by 3 gives you 78. So, rate of change for this problem is 78. Please excuse my handwriting, guys. All right, please excuse my handwriting. So I'll give you a second to copy that down. Again, if you need to, you guys can always pause the video or go back, okay? So I'm going to keep moving. All right. So, basically the same way we did it. Check your answer. All right, good job. All right, same thing. Now, same thing applies. These are my x values, x1, x2, right? We're going to plug them in. F of 0 equals to 3, parentheses 2, plug my 0 in because my input, got to find my output. Anything to the 0 power, Caleb, we know is 1, right? There you go, dog. All right, so we got that 3 times 1 gives you 3. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. First point for this one should be 0, 1, which is also known as my y-intercept because the 0 is always in front. All right. Next one we have is f of 3 equal to 3, 2 to the third power minus 2. 2 to the third power is 2 times 2 times 2. That gives me 8. 8 times 3 gives me 24. 24 minus 2 gives you 22. So, next point is 3 and 22. Again, like always, guys, we label. Oh, sorry. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. 22 minus 1. 3 minus 0. 22 minus 1, guys, we know who takes away 1. Give me 21. Divided by 3 gives me 7. Rate of change for this answer is 7. Again, guys, pause it if you need to. All right, but just do it for time's sake. We'll keep it moving. Gotta go get to my son. All right, so we got this one. Let's check this one. I think this is the last example for today. All right, so find their average rate of change from day 1 to day 3. Now, this is a little bit easier, okay? Same thing. We know we need 2 points, right? Again, these are my intervals. So think of these as my intervals. Same thing as you would do down here. All right, but the first one, all we're going to do, guys, is plug in. No, I'm sorry, not plug in because we don't have an equation. But look at our table. The easiest one. All right, for day 1, boom, it's here. What's your y value? 1. Day 3, what's your y value? 9. So we're just going to set up like we usually do. 1, not negative 1. Let's do 1, comma 1, 3, comma 9, x1, y1, x2, y2, boom, bam. There we go. Now we just plug in, right? 9 minus 1, trying to get it all up in there. 3 minus 1. 9 minus 1 gives you 8. 3 minus 1 gives you 2. Your rate of change for this one is 4. Just that easy. Okay? You guys do number 6 on your own. Give you, Miss Yamini, Miss Jones, Miss Campbell, guys, you guys can pause the video. Give them a couple minutes, and then we'll go through the answers in a minute. All right, so I know everybody has the right answer now. So let's check it out. Let's check it out. All right. Oh, shoot. My bad. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I had to get back to it. A little messed up on that, but it's okay. All right. So we, like I said, rate of change was 4. Now, ROC stands for rate of change, okay? Not the rock like Jay-Z, you know? All right. So you guys should get 20. Okay? All right, so guys, go ahead and knock out your class work, exit ticket. All right, you guys should be good. Good luck. I know you guys can do it.